Right, ladies and gentlemen, here an explanation about exercise 42, where the question is, after a leisure period, the supply of sealant muscles is increasing again. In 2008, 150,000, so that's a mistake in your book, 150,000 needs to be muscles, tons were harvested. Every year this amount increasing by a factor of 1,45. Now, first of all, I'm giving you some English words with the Dutch translation, like supply, like harvested, like increasing, like amount, because you need to know what you're doing with those kinds of exercises. And very important, what is a factor of 1,45? So that's what we need in exercise A. How many muscles were harvested in 2009? Well, if we want to calculate the amount of 2009, we're going to start with 150,000. That's the amount where we need to start in 2008. If you multiply this one with 1,45, then we know our amount 1 year later. So multiply with 1.45 is 270,500 tons. So this answer is in 2009. Now, well, 1 year later is in 2010. So we can go on with that 270,500 and multiply that one with 1,45. There you go. And that answer is 315,375 tons. So this amount is in 2010. Of course, you can also write down to start with the 150,000. And if I multiply that one with 1,45, then we know 1 year later in 2009. If I multiply it again with 1,45, then we know the amount in 2010. And that's 350,375 tons again. So this answer is from 2010. We can rewrite the 1,45 times 1,45 in 1,45 to the power of 2. So 150,000 multiplying with 1,45 squared is exactly the same as 350,375 tons. The answer from 2010. Because we need this part from exercise B. There's the question, the amount of muscles harvested in 2012 can be written as 150,000 times 1,45 to the power of 4. Explain this. How many muscles were harvested in 2012? So question 1 is to explain. Question 2 is how many muscles were harvested in 2012, and then we even have a question 3 in B, how much more is it compared to 2008? Now first we need to explain why is 150,000 times 1,45 to the power of 4. Now well, that's exactly the same what we did in exercise A in the last 2 lines. So we can start with 150,000 and multiply that with 1,45, then we know in 2009, 1 year later. If I multiply it again with 1,45, then we know in 2010, again with 1,45, 2011, and if I multiply it again with 1,45, then we know the answer in 2012. Now we can rewrite this part in 1,45 to the power of 4. So 150,000 multiplying with that part. And the answer is 663,075,9375 tons. They do not ask you to round this answer, so we just leave the decimal place. It's just 4 decimals. All right. So that's what we have in 2012, but they even want to know how much more is that compared to 2008. So we start with that number 150,000. This number is in 2012. So if we that subtract from each other 663,075,9375 minus 150,000 is equal with 513,075,9375 tons. They do not ask you to give your answer in kilograms, otherwise we still need to multiply it with 100 because this is extra information what they gave you. So if I multiply that number with 100, then we know the answer in kilogram, but that's not the question with exercise B. So that's it.